Why you tell on me? That nigga talk. Why you tell on me? Why you tell? That nigga tell. Why you tell on me?
Niggas mad at the flame. Niggas come in step right. Niggas popped your big brother. Nigga, you ain't left right. Bitch, you lost Osama and tell his ass to sleep tight. Another flag on the play. Cuddy, you ain't creep right. Niggas mad at the flame. Niggas come in step right. Niggas popped your big brother. Nigga, you ain't left right. Bitch, you lost Osama. Tell his ass to sleep tight. Another flag on the play. Cuddy, you ain't creep right. Why my name in your songs? I ain't know we had beef. Bet I cook a nigga up. Cause I always got my heat. Got my name in your song. Get your brother out them cheeks. Aqua's playing hella crazy. Brody put his ass to sleep. He can't come back no more. Nigga put that shit to rest. Fully truth that nigga face. Let me squeeze a nigga chest. We the real 2-1 and West rockin' we the best. Nigga come to second play and we gon' put you to the test. I got my cleats on and my feet in the field. I ain't high off the juice, but let me pop another pill. I can't be a sitting duck. That's how Summer got killed and we ain't lost nobody yet, so I don't know how it feel. I was present on the live. I'm the one that do the drills. Would've thought it was a movie, turning niggas into reels. I don't wanna rap beef, but let the street.
After that diss cipher, AO Bub would say this on Instagram. I'ma keep it real. I don't even know why Jaybo made that song. We don't got no case. I never even met that little boy in my life. If you got something, post some paperwork. What I do know is my blood cousin took your blood brother off this earth. And quit posting that same police report. I'm tired of seeing it. Send me my statements. Send me some real paperwork of me getting a man washed or convicted. Send me my statement if I ever told on someone. AO Bub would then tell EBK Jaybo to pick his man up. And everybody knows exactly what that means. He even doubled down, saying he saw the drill with his own eyes, which is wild. I'm all for the disses in the back and forth, but actually putting yourself inside the crime? That's extreme. Speaking for myself, I never would have admitted that. That's a dangerous line to cross. AO Bub. EBK Max and AO Bub would end up exchanging words inside the DMs. Max told him straight up that people from his hood cop please all the time, especially when it came down to Osama's passing. Bub, in return, would throw some of his own homies under the bus, basically saying cats from his neighborhood are scary and not moving on the same timing as him and his clique. Bub doubled down, saying he's always in Sacramento and ready to hoop whenever somebody's bold enough to test it. Then he flipped it back on Max, calling him a wave rider with no real motion outside of EBK Jaybo. When it's all said and done, this whole situation between EBK Max and AO Bub shows us how messy the politics can get when it's not just music, but personal shots at entire neighborhoods. Max coming at Bub in the DMs, telling him that people from his hood cop please wasn't just a jab. It was a way of calling the whole foundation weak. That's something you can't just sweep under the rug, because when you go at a man's hood, you go at his identity. Now, AO Bub fired back in his own way, throwing a couple of his homies under the bus, saying they weren't built like him or his circle. But here's where it gets dangerous. When you start pointing fingers at your own neighborhood, you're not just separating yourself from your section, you're also disrespecting the legacy of people who came before you. And that's where young Slow B name has to be brought into the mix. See, young Slow B wasn't just another rapper out of Stockton. He was family to a lot of these guys, including Bub. Every time AO Bub takes it upon himself to talk down on his own hood, he's not just talking down on some nameless face. Whether he realizes it or not, he's disrespecting Slow B too. Even though Slow B ain't here physically, he's still here spiritually through the people who loved him, through the music that's still getting played, through the memories the streets hold. And if Bub claims Slow B as his brother, then every time he points out that his hood is scary, or that they're not moving right, it reflects back on Slow B name. The thing about street culture is loyalty doesn't stop when somebody passes away. If anything, loyalty is supposed to become stronger. When you carry a man's name on your shoulders, when you say that was my homie, you're supposed to protect that name at all costs. Disrespecting your neighborhood is disrespecting him, because that's the soil that raised him. That's the block that molded him into who he was. So when AO Bub says he's always in Sacramento, and he's ready to hoop with whoever, it might sound tough in the moment, but he has to think bigger. Every statement he makes is bigger than just him versus Max. Max is looking at it as fuel for his fire, something to use against him and EBK as a whole. And the fans watching are reading between the lines. They're saying, if Bub don't even respect his own hood, how's he supposed to expect outsiders to respect it? Meanwhile, EBK Max calling him a wave rider, saying he ain't got no motion outside of Jaybo. That's a whole different kind of shot. Because now Max is basically saying Bub's identity only exists through another man's name. That's a claim that can cut deep if it sticks. But the bigger issue is how far these words go. Words turn into narratives. Narratives turn into reputations. And reputations can either lift a man up or bury him completely. At the end of the day, both of them need to remember this. Neighborhoods are built off loyalty. Legacies are built off respect. And once you start tearing your own side down, you're making it easy for your enemies. If you really consider yourself a soldier, then you stand tall for your block no matter how shaky things get, because you never know who's watching, who's listening, or whose name you might be dragging in the dirt along with it. And for Bub, it's deeper than just an argument with Max. It's about honoring young Slow B, because every time he gets on live, or posts a story, or sends out a message that disrespects his hood, that's a shot at Slow B name too. And that's something that people are never going to forget. Legacies don't die when the person does. They live on through the people around them. And that's the responsibility Bub carries every time he speaks. So whether this beef continues or dies down, the real conclusion is simple. Think before you talk, stand on loyalty, and remember that once you claim somebody as family, especially somebody who's not here to defend themselves, you owe it to them to move in a way that doesn't stain their name. Because once that damage is done, there's no rewinding it.